T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Well, and welcome back to another live match. West Ham United versus Liverpool. A top clash. Man like that.
I'm blessed, but you sound kind of low, you know, Carl. Really low. Yeah. Like mad low. Almost like your mic ain't even on. On speak now, bro. Quick little test.
Testing.
You sound really low. Like really.
Let me adjust something.
Yeah.
I see what it is. Give me a sec.
Cool. But yes, people, we are here. I'm blessed. I'll tell you one thing though. This is gonna be a tough game. West Ham ain't no joke.
No,
they ain't no joke.
Far from it. How do I sound now? All good now?
Yeah, much better, bro. Much better. Cool. Yes.
Yeah, so I wasn't connected to my mic. Rookie error.
Mana, bro, come on now.
First and foremost, to everyone in the chat, please do smash the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel.
Indeed.
And hope you're all well too. Right. David Moyes' West Ham are currently sitting fourth in the league, 2 points behind Liverpool, 5 points off the top, have only lost 2 games this season, are playing some great football, and are genuinely being spoken about as a challenge for the top 4 or the top 4 as many people had predicted at the beginning of the season. Man like Matt, your thoughts on West Ham so far?
They've really surprised me. When we even done predictions like at the beginning of the season, I didn't think West Ham would be in the position that they're in now. I thought they'd be around 7th maybe. But David Moyes, to his credit, has got them playing ball. He, for me, is one of the main reasons as to where they are, because I think someone said it the other night. He's at his level. So I think earlier on in his career, when he went to Man United and whatnot and didn't do very well, people were saying, he's rubbish. But David Moyes ain't rubbish. It's just that he's not world class, and I wouldn't say he's that kind of international level manager. But one thing is, though, he's a very good Premier League manager, and he's showing it, because I also feel like as well, Cal, their summer signings have been absolutely spot on. Like you look at Kurt Zuma, who's now playing next to Ogbonna. They are solid. Right, Cresswell's still doing his thing. Fornals is having a very good season. Antonio is balling out. Declan Rice, you know, he's taking his game to a new level. I'm
a fan. Jared Bowen, I'm a fan.
Yes, I know you're a good one. You're a big Bowen fan, innit? I remember you saying if you was to sign him, you wouldn't mind.
I'd be all right with it. Rice, man's coming to the boil. I don't mind a little bit of Rice, you know.
Bro,
I don't mind Rice.
He's doing a lot. So you have to give them credit, Cal. You have to. And I think they've kind of surprised everyone. And not only that, Cal, it kind of feels like they're playing without the handbrake on. Like it's like they're playing with house money, because they're not supposed to be in the top 4. So what they're doing right now, bro, they're playing with no fear, and they're like, each and every game we're going to win. I haven't once seen them, man, go as if they want to draw a game. Like, you know, like sometimes you can see teams set up for like to be hard to beat. Bro, they're trying to win every single game they play in. They are a dangerous team, and they don't stop running either, Cal, as well. So you have to give them credit, bro.
I fully agree. And again, they're playing really good football as well. So, I mean, this is going to be a very entertaining, interesting game. In the last previous results, though, Liverpool have actually run away with it. I think out of the last 10, we're unbeaten. And I think we've got 3 draws and 7 wins. So, when you look at that, do you know what? Jamrock's got a point here. West Ham is not a surprise. They finished 2 points behind Chelsea last season. I think we forget that.
I did
think we
forget that. It
So
got, you know what?
out. Shout out Jamrock for that.
That got kind of slept on because it sounds silly. Because we finished in 3rd and I remember Chelsea in 4th. I was mainly just thinking about top four. Didn't really think about, if I'm being honest, where West Ham did finish last season. But I did think, in my opinion, I thought Spurs, even though they had Nuno, and I know Nuno, fully bricked it, I thought Spurs would be ahead of West Ham as things stand. Like, if you asked me at the beginning of the season, I would have said Spurs would have been ahead.
Yeah, I like it. I
even
agree
Leicester
as well. Yeah,
even Leicester, bro.
There's a big shout for West Ham. Obviously, they've got Europa, so it'd be interesting to see how they juggle those games with the Premier League games as well as the season progresses. But in your opinion, Matt, who are the danger men we have to really look out for from West Ham side for this game?
I like what Fornals is bringing to the table. Antonio's another standout. Jarrod Bowen. And believe it or not, Declan Rice, bro.
Yeah.
Because even though Declan Rice is starting to add something a bit more new to his game as well. And that's to be a little bit more offensive. Because before, especially seasons before that, I would have said he's strictly a DM. He's just strictly a DM. He'll break up play and he's pretty good on the ball. But I wouldn't say that he's a massive threat. Oh, yeah, people are saying Ben Rama as well. You got him.
Oh,
they've got a few players. But even set pieces. Ogbonna, Zuma, they're good in the air. Souček, very, very good. That's what I was going to say. So Declan Rice, for me, has kind of gone more to that. He's more box to box now. You see the goal the other day?
Yeah.
From long range.
Yeah.
Bro, you see what I'm saying? I think it was against Villa.
Declan's doing bits, bro.
He is.
Declan is doing
He's
bits.
taking his games to Liverpool. So they got some players, bro.
Yeah. I rate it. All right. Gonna ask you a slightly different question now before we start speaking about Liverpool. If I was to say to you right now, you can take 3 players from West Ham to come into the Liverpool squad, who would they be and why?
I would take I'll take Jarrod Bowen, I actually would.
There we go.
I'll take him.
There
I'll
we
take
go.
him because he's a utility man in terms of he can play on the right. He could probably play on the left as well. He could probably play in the 10. Jarrod Bowen's kind of surprised me more. I'll probably take who's their right back?
Ben Johnson.
I would take
and
him.
Kufal. They're their 2 right backs.
I would take Ben Johnson probably as the backup for Trent. And then the last person, it's either going to be Declan Rice or Antonio. I'm going to go Declan Rice over Antonio. Reason being, Antonio, as good as he is, and I think he's very different to the type of other strikers that we have. I still feel like Jota and Firmino, especially Jota. I think Jota is just better than Antonio. So if we're gonna still call it as Firmino is still the normal number 9, Jota is our backup. Whereas if you go midfield and you go and bring in Declan Rice, bro, remember how we talk about how if Fabinho is ever injured, or we can do your favorite formation, which is a 4-2-3-1.
Double
pivot. Double pivot. You could do a Rice.
Pivot. Pivot.
You could do a Rice or Fabinho thing, innit?
Pivot.
You could do that. So, bro, it gives us options, man. Better options. Well, who would your 3 be?
Little bit biased towards Antonio because
Jamaica. I know.
Not even that. He's a good friend of mine's cousin, and I've actually played football against him, and he's a problem. Like, he is a problem.
I rate him highly.
You won't realize it until you play against him. Like, even when we played against him, his long throws are just mad. He just pace, power, strength, but he's got good technique to go with it. So he is a baller. So I would go Antonio. I think he'd be a very, very good different option for Klopp. I think Klopp would love Antonio. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Bowen, to compete with Salah, I think it's a no-brainer. And then I'd go for Rice as well. Rice in the pivot or even a 4-3-3 as a 6 or the 8. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. So
that's a good
would be
free.
my
That's a
three.
good free. Yeah, 100%.
All,
And I
all
understand.
homegrown as well. All homegrown takes that quota well over the threshold that we need. So even better.
That fits FSG's quota. You're right. It really does as well. They want players who
Indeed.
they can bring in. And I think those players that we bring in, or if we were to bring in, sorry, the only person I would see maybe having a little bit of an issue, maybe playing like backup, will probably be Rice. But but we could let's just say we did get him. We could say to Rice, listen,
he'd rotate.
You're at Liverpool. Like, this is what we do. When you're at a top squad, club, and you've got a massive squad like that, rotation is key. It's so key, and that's how you avoid injuries as well. So
precisely.
Do you know what I mean?
Marque says, word is that Antonio bodied Count. That's not word, that's fact. He bodied me. I'm not even gonna try and act up. He bodied me.
He just went, look at the strength.
Yeah,
look at the strength. Look at it.
Bad. He bodied me bad. He actually he won the ball for me in midfield and he scored like a 30-yarder. I'm not gonna front. He bodied me in that game. Bruv, he bodied me.
30-yarder.
Bruv, it was hard. It was a hard game, bro. Like I got bullied up, bro. I'm not even gonna front. I got bullied up.
Right.
Make sure you control the pitch. Football bully. That's what it felt like, bro. Jamrock says, weren't you man crapping on Bowen when FSG were linked? I wasn't.
I'll be
wasn't.
honest with you. I wasn't crapping on him, but I said if we're gonna get Jar Bowen, he wouldn't be my first choice, and I don't think I would have been very, very happy. I didn't say it was crap though.
Yeah.
I was like, we can do better than Bowen, so I can hold my hand up and say I didn't think he's good enough. But I look at what he's doing now, and sometimes as well, Jamrock, it's like for me that was Bowen's kind of standout season, and you do kind of worry. Are they just going to have that one season? And then not only that, people get used to you. And can you still perform? Can you still do what you done last season? He's still doing what he's doing. Gerald Bowen is a very, very good player who, again, I'd have no issues adding him to our squad. I really wouldn't.
Yeah, I rate Bowen quite highly. But again, I'll be honest, I wouldn't say he would be my first choice either. Again, I've made no secrets about it. Neto, Rafinha would be my first two choices. Yeah. But as I said, and I'll keep on saying, if Bowen's the player we get at Liverpool and we're not using him to replace a Salah, I'm over the moon with that. That would be fantastic, in my opinion. He's in my top 5, put it that way. He's my top 5 if we were to bring in a player who could compete and rotate with Salah.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense, though. It does, because one thing I did... Do you know what, yeah? If we was to get Bowen obviously rotate with Salah, you know what I mean? Then you've got Jota at the moment who can rotate with Mane or can play for the middle. Yeah. It kind of shows we need 2 attackers. Don't necessarily 100%. Have to, just 2 attackers, bro. Just to like Haaland. Give us that, get that
Haaland
depth,
and someone else.
Bro, if we get Haaland, I'd be happy with Haaland and Bowen will be cool with me.
Oh, that'd be fantastic, bro.
Do you like Thingy? I know Drift is big on him. Do you like Luis Diaz from Porto?
I think he's just good, but I'd prefer a left-footed player to play on the right to have that balance. I think we look a much more dangerous team when we have that balance on both sides.
Agreed. No, agreed.
That's why I'm so hot on Neto or Rafinha, because they can both play on both sides as well. Jota can play on both sides. So even if you want to go down the traditional route of playing traditional wingers and having them on their strong side, I think they can both do that. And then if you want to play them as inverted wingers, they can both do that as well. So hence why I'm so big on Neto and Rafinha. But again, if you're telling me Jared Bowen, then I'm good with it. I'm very good with it.
Same.
All right, so Matt, I'm going to let you take over because you've got some injury news, which is never the nice bit of these shows, but has to be done.
Unfortunately. So Klopp has been speaking today, and this is what I got from. I think someone said there's a press conference going on, so I don't know. This was published 31 minutes ago on Liverpool website. So it says, speaking about Bobby Firmino, he goes, Bobby's not good news with a serious hamstring injury. Really unfortunate. We don't know exactly how long he'll be out. Now after the international break directly, we have to work on that, so that is not good. Or we'll touch on that in a second. Speaking about Joe Gomez, Joe Gomez got a calf, and Curtis Jones will also miss Sunday's trip to West Ham, but the boss hopes the duo will be available again soon after the international break. So when Klopp spoke about Curtis, he said Curtis is a completely different story to Firmino. He was very unlucky in training. He got a finger that scratched the eye. I had a lot of injuries to players in my career that was not involved. He is on the way back, but we have to see how long exactly. He'll be back after the international break for sure. But in the international break, we have to see when we can start doing proper stuff again. And hopefully, speaking about Joe Gomez, he said hopefully after the international break as well. And he spoke also about Fabinho and Thiago as well, both to be in contention for this obviously weekend. He goes, very important. You see that Fab was clear. He was not that long out. Maybe he can go. He goes that he can maybe go. We decided then 60 minutes. And then obviously speaking about Thiago. So them kind of getting minutes underneath their belt in the last game was kind of crucial. So yeah, man. It's not looking good for Firmino. The one, he's the big worry because he goes, it's a serious hamstring issue. There's no time scale on that. Curtis Jones, as I said before, looks like he'll be back after the international break with the scratched eye. And Joe Gomez as well. So the main one you take from that is Firmino. And obviously, to a degree, Curtis, because we're light in midfield.
Yeah. Jamrock says still on the Adeyemi and Quay to train over Bowen. No, that's fair enough. Those are two good players as well. Tiquan says Klopp is live, Kopish is live, and Manny is live with Virgil. Everyone, go and jump into Manny's stream. In fact, no, do it after this one. Jump into his stream and tell him that we're trying to contact him. We'd love to get Manny on the show.
Oh, what is Manny? We've got Virgil on.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I swear. Oh, big up Manny. Yeah, we're trying to get hold of Manny still.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah,
go and let Manny know we're trying to get hold of him.
Let him know, man. Manny would be a vibe on this channel, so we're hoping to try and get Manny. All right, with those injuries out of the way, then Matt, starting lineup or predicted starting lineup.
Right.
Who you going for? And sorry, for everyone watching as well, there was a poll put out, and the poll was, who would we partner with Virgil van Dijk, or who would you guys partner with Virgil van Dijk? And so far, as things stand, Matip is on 65%, Konate on 17%, Gomez on 8%, and Nat Phillips on 10%. So Gomez is the lowest ranked at the moment. Matip is by far and away the leader at the moment.
Remember, I said this the other day when I was like, it's not because of anything to do with him. It's more to do with he hasn't got the match sharpness.
Yeah. Plus, as you just said, he's injured now as well.
He's injured now as well. But from what I've seen of him, if we're going to be honest, out of all the centre backs we've seen, we probably would say he's been the worst with the amount of minutes played. Maybe, I don't know. Like, it's hard to say, but
yeah, it is.
Joe Gomez always needs to run the games for me to kind of get back to Joe Gomez, if that makes sense. So that's why he's a little bit away at the moment, but he's injured as we confirmed. So
yeah. All right then, Matt. So let's do the team then. Who you saying? Yeah.
Obviously, Ali goes in goal, world-class goalkeeper, if not the best in my opinion right now. Right back, obviously Trent, who had an amazing game. Then for me, obviously Virgil. I will go Matip in this one. We need our best centre backs partnership, and I think a lot of the people are agreeing with 6-7%, as you said. So you have to go Joe Matip. Left back is techie, because you want to know something.
So just before you move on to left back, can I quickly ask about centre back? Now Matip, in my opinion, is our second best centre back. However, against Antonio, would it be a shot to put in Ibu? Go strength for strength, and then Virgil mops up if need be.
One thing I feel like could potentially work for us if we are going to go Ibu, and like what you just said now, I'm thinking about now. Antonio does have a tendency to drift out to the left, and I know Ibu likes to drift out to his right, so they kind of will be matching up against one another. And I think you're probably right. Ibu will probably take the personal assignment of an Antonio. I think he'll enjoy that challenge. My only issue, though, is even though I've just said that he goes to the left, and let's say he drags Ibu with him, who I think can probably marshal him, if I'm not mistaken, or at least like slow him down at least. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I do worry about the middle. Will Trent be smart enough to then step in, or will our DM drop back into that centre-back spot? So if there is a runner going through, there's not a massive gaping hole. That will be my only issue with Ibu, because as I said before, when I first watched Ibu properly against Man United, I saw that tendency to drift out wide. I know Jiff was saying, big up Jiff as well, couldn't make it, but I know Jiff was saying talking about, he's like Lovren. He's not like Lovren, but that tendency that Lovren does have throughout his whole career, Ubu has that at the moment, but Ibu's 22 years of age, and I think that can be coached out. However, if we're going by what we've seen so far, it might be a slight issue. But you are right. If you want to match up like pace and power, go Ibu. But sometimes you don't always need to do that though, Cal. You could do the whole like the savvy one, innit?
Yeah.
And that is Matip. You can just read the game. And not only that, Matip likes to break interceptions very, very quickly. Like he'll step forward very quick before the attacker can even receive the ball. So what do you think about that?
No, I hear where you're coming from. And look, Antonio isn't just pace and power. He's deceptively smart as well. He knows how to position himself. He knows when to really put on the gas and when to sort of take breaks in games. He's very intelligent on how he goes about his business. I think people just see him in his physique and think, yeah, he's just powerful, strong, he's fast. Yeah. That's all he's got. He's got nous about him. He knows what he's doing on a football pitch, and he's got a good amount of experience as well. Plus, he has a very good record against us. There was a period where Antonio would score pretty much every time he played against us.
Yeah, so for real.
It's not a game to be risking. And you're right, Ibu maybe is more of a risk than Matip. But again, it's a nice conversation to have because it means we've got the options. Again, people could even make an argument for Nat Phillips. West Ham like to play the ball in the air quite a bit sometimes. Nat's your man for that. Set pieces, very few things are going to get past Nat and Virgil as well. So again, it's a conversation we had, but I would go Matip in this game as well.
Okay, yeah, I'll go Matip as well. But as you said, if I saw Ibu, I wouldn't be sitting there going, "Oh my days!" Like I'm still confident. Like I might not be as confident with a Matip, but Ibu could prove me wrong because I think Ibu's quality is only going to get better and better anyway. So, do you know what I mean?
And then left back, as you said, is a bit techie.
It's
not
techie,
for me. I'll be honest. For me, it's not.
I'll tell you why it's techie. If I'm not mistaken, since Tsimikas has played, I don't think we've lost. Well, someone said we haven't conceded when Tsimikas has been on the pitch. Is that right? I saw some stat and I was like, "Raw."
So didn't he play? He played Preston, Norwich in the League Cup, didn't concede. Norwich and Burnley in the league. Right. I don't think we conceded. Atletico, we haven't conceded. I think whoever came up with that is correct. I don't think we have conceded when Tsimikas has been on the pitch.
And if we're going to keep it $1.50, someone's put So Mick says 6 games, 6 clean sheets, 2 assists.
It's for me. It's not that techie.
If we're going by form, and I kind of want to go by form, and I think we should actually reward a player who does very well. I think we have to stick in Tsimikas. And as much as I do think Robbo will bounce back and be absolutely amazing, could it be also that this is the first time Robbo's seeing real competition and it's kind of messing with him a little bit? Let's be real. He's still a human being. He's still the best. For me, Robbo, when he's on form, he's still the best left back in the world. But if we have to call it by form and something that we should be doing, it's Tsimikas.
For me, it's Tsimikas. I think Tsimikas has been better than Robbo this season. Yeah. I think Tsimikas should start. The only thing I would say, again, I'm guessing here, so please, guys in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Robbo and Bowen ever cross over at Hull? And if so, could that potentially be something that Klopp might look at and think, well, you know him or potentially know him, how he might play. So could he potentially go for that option? But for me, it's Tsimikas. I'd still go Tsimikas.
And you want to know something? This is going to sound kind of mad, but not even mad. But you see, when obviously Bowen being left-footed, but Bowen's actually got a decent right foot in him, But I think he's more so going to cut inside and try and, like drift into that half space and allow Antonio to do the diagonal run. I think Tsimikas is better at going on his weaker side than Robbo. That sounds kind of mad, but Robbo prefers someone to go round his outside and match them for pace and get a tackle in. Tsimikas, I think, is a bit better at coming inside with his right foot, with his weaker foot, and still being just as strong.
Completely agree. So I agree with you on the back four and the goalkeeper. Who you got in midfield then, bro? Obviously, no Curtis Jones, no Naby Keita.
No Naby Keita.
No Harvey.
No Milner. Is it?
No Milner. Yeah, no Milner.
Bro, so we're down. No. Hold on a minute. So we're down.
So hold on. No Jones, no Keita, no Milner, no Elliott.
Bruv.
So
that literally leaves
Hendo, Fab, Ox, and Thiago.
Yeah. All right. I think for this game, I think it's risky to start Fabinho and Thiago because they've just both come back from injury. However, so this is what I'll do. I'll go Fabinho. I'll go Ox and I'll go Henderson. Because I think Ox can give us that drive. And I think him building his performance from the other day would really, really help his confidence as well. So I don't want to drop him. And I think we can just ease in Thiago again. And maybe like we're trying to, not maybe if we're chasing the game or even if we want to put the game to bed, you bring on Thiago just to settle things. And then maybe the next game you start Thiago. Just give him another 30 minutes. I think Flacco can do 90 minutes, in my opinion.
Yes, I was going to say that obviously I couldn't watch the Atletico Madrid game live. I've seen portions of it, but from what I've heard, Ox had a really good game.
He did.
And one thing you don't want to do is if Ox starts getting into form, just drop him for the sake of it.
Yeah.
But Thiago is a world-class footballer and could potentially give us a lot of control in this game, depending on how West Ham set up. However, Ox does have a good record against West Ham as well. So
he does.
I'd be tempted to go Hendo. But here's the thing, because Ox usually likes playing from the right-hand side of midfield if in a 3, doesn't he?
He does.
But it was Hendo, Fab, and Ox on the game against Atletico. So was Ox kind of taking up the left-hand side then, Matt?
If I remember correctly, it was Ox on the left. So it was, so it was Fab and then Hendo on the right side and then, Ox on the left. Even though Ox, sometimes obviously they were swap, but naturally Ox kind of was mainly on that left-hand side. And he done all right, bro. And he was causing a lot of issues for them with his direct running and his power. So
I'd go Ox then. And as you said, if we're in a good position, like 70 minutes in, let's say in a dream world with 2-3-0 up, then I'd probably take off Fabinho, give him some rest, and then bring on Thiago.
Yeah, I agree with that. But at the same time, because here's the thing, I just saw someone put in the comments like we need Thiago. What was it? Let me see if I can bring it
was
up.
Was that Tiquan or an inverted audio?
Yeah.
So Thiago was great. We need Thiago to kill off games.
But it's that. Do you know what it is? You're 100% right, bro. But it's that whole risk factor. Because imagine if we start him and like he plays a little bit longer than he needed to. And remember, West Ham they're gonna play a lot of put it like this, they're gonna have a lot of runners off the ball. That's how they play in it. You don't want Thiago chasing too much in this game, especially because he's not up to match speed. You don't want him pulling any muscles. That would be my only worry. It's just the injury with Thiago. I want to ease him back in because last thing we want to see is another midfielder going down. Because if you do that, we're down to 3. And then we're literally going to the reserves and putting them on the bench and potentially rotating them. We don't want a situation like last year, man.
Agreed. I was going to ask who do we go for up front, but it picks itself with Firmino's injury,
bro. Yeah,
which is the worry. This is the worry because now it's very easy to prepare for us until Firmino gets back. In my opinion, not saying that any preparation will ultimately work, but the preparation for opposing managers becomes very easy. Because I'll be honest, I do not see Minamino and Origi pushing this front 3.
I will say this though. We still got a little bit of tactical flexibility, and it's not going to be as great as, if Firmino was there, but you could mix it up though in other games, and maybe even this game, you could go Salah, Mane, and Origi, or you could even go Salah, Jota, and Origi. So you can kind of mix it up. I think Origi for me, and not only that, I don't know if I'd start I don't know,
No.
If we're talking about the centre forward spot, it has to be Origi. Minamino is an option, but he's not better on the he's not better on the left than Mane or Jota. So it's like, unless you really want to give him some minutes, you kind of shoehorn him in. But I don't think Minamino, in my opinion, should be ahead of Origi in the rotation, considering we've got a striker out. That's how I see it.
Agreed. So Matt, one thing left then. Score prediction.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough game, Do you know it's how we're gonna be? Yeah, go on.
I'm gonna go 2-1 Liverpool. I think it's gonna be a bloody tough game though.
It's gonna be like an NBA game.
It's gonna be a war.
It is,
and it's gonna be a very different game to the game we played against them at their place last season. I do not see us running away with the game 3-0 or dominating. We are gonna have to be on our P's and Q's some early doors. But I do again. With how we're playing, I don't see us keeping a clean sheet. Unless that Tsimikas stat is no joke and Tsimikas is just like, no, we ain't conceded when I'm on the pitch. I can see it being a 2-1 win.
I think it's going to be a nail biter. Shout out Paul Scholes. And I'm going to go Liverpool 3-2. I think we're going to concede some goals, but I can also see us getting a dramatic winner. I can see it, you know.
I'm all right with that. If that is, look, as long
I
as we
can
get the
see
3
it.
points, I don't mind.
Bruv, I don't care
really
how
don't
we win,
mind.
as you said. Just give us them 3 points so we
Yeah,
can just,
for real.
you know what I mean, stay in this title race.
Because here's the thing, again, without looking too far in the future and predicting everything, I see Chelsea dominating Burnley and winning that quite comfortably.
Yes.
If we don't win, we go from being 3 points behind to 6 points behind.
Yeah.
That changes the dynamic of the league a
And
lot.
if Man City beat Man United,
They go above us
remember,
as well.
they'll go above us because they're only 2 points behind us.
Yeah,
And,
they'll go
furthermore,
and West Ham go above us as well.
yeah, if West Ham beat us, they go above us because they're 2
They go
points
up.
behind us. They're on 20 points,
Exactly.
122.
But yeah, Salah's due a goal as well. So
Oh, Salah's scoring in this game.
Yeah,
Salah, bro,
Salah's
I'm about to
due
say I
back.
guarantee you, but I'm pretty confident Salah's scoring.
His
in this
record
game.
against West Ham is brilliant as well.
Yeah.
So people, those are our thoughts. Please smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, but also let us know your predicted starting 11 and your score prediction as well. We are going to be back this evening with our Friday Kopish rival watch and Kopish call-in show. We'll be going at a slightly earlier time of 6 o'clock this evening, so we don't clash, or we aim not to clash with the game that starts this evening. So make sure you join us for that. Until this evening, people, thank you for joining us. Stay safe, stay blessed. We're Kopish. We're out, people.